Dressed in their iconic red hats, long blue shirts and pants, and always seen carrying heavy loads, these were the unmistakable trademarks of Singapore's iconic laborers. Samsui Women, the unsung heroes who helped shape the Singapore we know and love today. Their hard work and resilience left lasting footprints on the city through the very buildings they helped build, and they continue to be honored by artists across the island. Whether it's a statue capturing the iconic image of her squatting in labor, or states resembling them, or even this beautiful painting of her enjoying a quiet moment, smoking. Whoa, don't arrest me just yet. They really do smoke. See? Whew, that was a close call. In case you don't know what happened, I'm referring to the Samsui Woman mural incident by Sean Dunston. On 18 June 2024, the Urban Redevelopment Authority, or the URA, ordered the building owner to remove the artwork because the mural violated Singapore's anti-smoking policy. To make matters worse, the authorities felt the lady looked more like a prostitute than a Samsui woman. In Dunston's defense, he explained that the mural was intended to create an iconic, vivid composite of a Samsui woman in her prime and a moment of peace. The heated exchange between URA and Dunston has gathered the attention of all Singaporeans and the media. So, what's really going on here? Is this a clash of artistic freedom and public perception, or something more? Join me as we uncover the truth behind this case. Singapore's street art trend kicked off in 1998 when pioneering artists like the Zinc Night crew left their mark on every wall they could find. Although their artwork was featured everywhere, it was so underappreciated that street art wasn't even a recognized art form. People just call it graffiti. Even up till the 2000s, the authorities maintained strict control over the art form, causing the trend to fade significantly. Fast forward to the 2010s, when artists like Zul Othman, aka Zero, made history by becoming the first street artist to win Singapore's Young Artist Award in 2013. His crew, RSCLS, became key figures in elevating street art to new heights, inspiring street scenes across Southeast Asia. Once seen as vandalism, it's now a creative force adding energy and color to our city, making Singapore more vibrant and artistic with every new mural. So now we know that graffiti isn't really a bad thing. What was the issue with the Samsui Woman graffiti? Well, let's just say URA didn't find Dunston's depiction of Samsui Woman to be accurate. To understand how accurate Dunston's depiction is, let us take a brief look at the Samsui women's history. The Great Depression struck Singapore in the year 1930, resulting in widespread unemployment in Singapore. To mitigate this crisis, the British colonial authorities introduced the Aliens Ordinance in 1933, restricting male immigration to reduce job competition. This opened the door for many Chinese female immigrants to work in Singapore and provided them with the opportunity to support their impoverished families back home. These immigrants depended on the sui hak, or water guest, in Cantonese for employment opportunities, with many being referred to as construction jobs. However, the services provided by these recruiters often came at a cost, with debts that could take up to a year to repay. The works of Samsui women were physically demanding. They were tasked with digging soil, carrying building materials, and transporting dirt from place to place. Their relentless drive, effort, and dedication have earned the respect and admiration of all of Singapore and should never be diminished. The Samsui women were a group of hardworking individuals who deserve to be honored and not disrespected, wouldn't you all agree? Guess what? URA agrees too, and so much so that they demand the graffiti to be taken down, because as mentioned before, Dunston's depiction of the woman seems to look more like a prostitute than a hardworking Samsui woman, and the mural is not aligned with Singapore's anti-smoking policy. But that is where they are wrong. According to the National Library Board, many of them smoke before they sleep. And this photos prove that there are some Samsui women who do smoke. While they may be a bunch of hardworking women, let's not forget that at the end of the day, they are still human beings who still need breaks. Regarding the violation of Singapore's anti-smoking policy, what do you all think? Does this mural look like a smoking campaign to you? After consulting with local stakeholders and relevant agencies, URA concluded that the mural is not aligned with Singapore's anti-smoking policy, and therefore demanded the cigarette be removed. However, when this issue gained public attention, many Singaporeans opposed the decision, arguing that the mural is a work of art rather than a tobacco advertisement. Thankfully, URA gave in to the public's demand and decided to keep the mural. All wells that end well, don't you think? Wrong. As a last resort, URA pulled out a fine to the building owner, a shocking amount of $2,000 for not obtaining proper approval for the mural's creation. Talk about resilience. The authorities seem determined to win no matter what. Should the government have this much power over our artists' work? Let's hear what some of our local artists have to say about this. First, we have Yip Yu Chong, a local artist well known for his contribution to our local mural artworks. In defense of Dunston, Yip took to Instagram. Firstly, he disagrees with the authorities' stance towards the mural. He finds that the authorities' request to take down the artwork has gone too far, because Dunston's depiction of the Samsui Woman was not only historically accurate, it did not harm anyone, nor did it promote smoking. He hopes that approvals and censorship should be based on principles and not be perceived to be based on public complaint. In a Channel News Asia interview, Audrey Wong, the program leader of LaSalle College of the Arts, voiced her opinion regarding the Samsui Woman incident. She expressed that public art differs from private art because in private art, artists can freely express their artwork without limitation. This is not the same for public art because public artists are not just creating works for themselves, but for the general public, especially in Singapore where the authorities enforce strict laws. Therefore, public artists must be aware of their audience and the context of their work, ensuring they create pieces that can be appreciated by all while staying within legal boundaries. In the same interview, mural artist Belinda Lowe echoed Audrey Wong's opinion. She shared that mural artists should prioritize their audience and community's interests when creating their work. Interestingly, Lowe noted that she had previously painted people smoking in other murals, yet she did not receive any complaints because the way she presented them was culturally appropriate. In wrapping up the story, the tension between Sean Dunston and the government raises concerns about artistic freedom in Singapore. Should artists express themselves freely so long as they feel they are right? Or should the government be allowed to intervene in the creative expression of local artists? On one hand, we have Dunston defending his artistic vision and cultural accuracy. On the other, the government enforced strict regulations to ensure public appropriateness. Now that you know the full story, whose side do you lean towards? Should artistic expression have room to challenge norms, or must it always yield to regulatory oversight? You be the judge. With that, we come to an end. Thanks for watching.